Hey guys, so in this video, I want to give you the 3 things that you need in order to grow as a leader. Let's go. So the reality is that all of us on some level, we want to continue to grow, at least theoretically, like on paper. We want to get better. No one wants to stay the same, whether it's in your professional life or your personal life or your finances or your marriage, relationships. We want to get better. We want to grow. We don't show up to work and say, how can I become less a worse employee? Like, you don't show up to the game and say, man, how can I become a worse player? No, we show up and we say, how do I get better? How do I improve? How do I take my game to the next level? How do I take my finances to the next level? How do I learn how to save more, grow more, learn more, give more? We're always trying to improve. I actually think it's probably something that's kind of built into our DNA. Like from the day we were born, we were in this growing mentality. We go from laying on our backs to laying on our stomachs to learning how to crawl, to learning how to walk, to learning how to run, to learning how to jump. And all of it is about growing and improving. Even just our physical bodies, we're constantly growing. We're constantly getting stronger. We're constantly working out, if we are in fact working out. But we do that so that we can grow. And I think in the leadership domain, I think it's no different. However, unfortunately, I think a lot of people just assume, well, to grow as a leader, it's not really possible. Like, you just are a leader or you are not a leader. And I just want to debunk that myth real quick. No, like, it is possible. It is very much so possible to grow as a leader. Look at me in my eyes. It is possible to grow as a leader. In fact, I was just talking to someone that I'm coaching who is the youngest person in the room, but they have been catapulted to the head table, and now they are leading a group of individuals who are much older than them because of their skills and their expertise. And so this person called me and they said, you know what? I recognize I'm in a new position and I want to learn how to grow, how I can grow so I can lead my team better. I can lead my department better. I can lead my organization better. Right. And so I think having that understanding that, you know what, I don't have to stay where I am as a leader, but I can actually, in fact, I can grow my leadership and I can grow as a leader. I can grow how I influence people. I can grow how I accomplish objectives. I can grow on how I execute plans. I can grow on how I strategic. I mean, there's tons of ways and areas in which we can grow as a leader. But in order for you to grow as a leader, it's not just about consuming more books. In fact, what they say is that only 30% of your leadership development comes from books and webinars and seminars and conferences and things along those lines. Only 30%. That means 70% of your development comes from something other than consuming all of these great books and resources. I mean, imagine if we said it like this: only 30% of your weight loss will come from you exercising. You'd be like, oh, what? So if I'm trying to lose, let's say, 10 pounds, you mean to tell me I can only lose 3 of those pounds will be lost from exercising? Well, how am I going to lose the other 7 pounds? Like, if we framed it that way, you would be so determined to figure out how you actually can lose those other 7 pounds, because you recognize 3 pounds, while it's good, it's not enough. Developing your leadership, that 30%, it's good, but it's not enough when there's 70% still opportunity for you to develop. And so what research has shown is that in order for you to really develop as a leader, there are 3 things that you need. And I want to give them to you. The first thing that you need in order to develop and to grow as a leader is you need an assessment. Yes, you need an assessment. It's no different than if you say, I want to lose some weight. Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to figure out how much weight you want to lose. You're going to step on the scale and you're going to look down and it's going to tell you how much you weigh. And you're going to say, you know what? Currently I'm 230, 240, 250, 300. I want to get down to 200. I'm 240. I want to get down to 220, right? I'm 200 pounds. I want to get down to 185. Like, you're going to step on the scale and the scale is going to tell you currently how much you weigh right now in this moment. It is a point in time assessment, snapshot of how much you weigh. And that point in time assessment of how much you weigh then largely influences the actual plan that you come up with to lose the weight. And it's no different with your development as a leader. That if you want to grow as a leader, the first thing you must do is you must step on the scale. You must have an assessment. Now, this assessment can be either a self-assessment where you take like a Strength Finders or some type of leadership assessment online, and it's just you answering a series of questions, and through you answering those questions, that your answers will kind of give you a good picture of what your leadership strengths and opportunities or weaknesses are. That's a good first step, right? That's like you saying, okay, I'm going to step on the scale and it's going to tell me how much I weigh. That your weight is one dimension, right? It is one perspective of your overall health. Well, a self-assessment is good, but there's another assessment that we call the 360. And the 360 is a assessment where it's not just you take it, but other people around you, your staff, your superiors, your subordinates, your followers, your coworkers, your family, your spouse, maybe your kids if they're old enough. They take this assessment and they're basically saying, this is how we view your leadership. So now not only are you getting your perspective, but you're getting a perspective of 10, 12, or maybe 15 other people. And that really gives you a well-rounded, balanced perspective on your leadership. That's like you going to NutriShop and they don't just take your weight, but they actually take what is your BMI, BPI, one of those words, right? They take like, okay, how much body fat do you have? Like they can take your blood and they can tell you, how much cholesterol and your blood pressure. Like they can do, I don't know if NutriShop takes your blood, but you all get what I'm saying. Like you can go to the doctor and the doctor can really do up a full write-up to say, this is your overall health. So it's one thing to step on the scale. Like stepping on the scale is good, but stepping on the scale is just one snapshot of your overall health. You want to get a full snapshot. So when you think about your development as a leader, what I always advocate is do a 360-degree assessment where you can actually get the perspective of other people who will tell you, this is how we view you as a leader. Some of it may be true. Some of it may be from a distorted perspective, right? Maybe you all have had some issues, whatever, but at least it's giving you a full picture, right? So the first thing you need if you want to grow as a leader is you need assessment. The second thing that you need to grow as a leader is you need a challenge. This is you stepping into the gym, LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, CrossFit. It's you hiring a trainer, and this trainer is going to challenge you. They're going to clock how fast can you run, how much weight can you lift, and they're going to continue to push you so that you can lose weight. It's hiring a nutritionist, a dietitian, so that they can actually put you on a nutrition plan that will allow you to regulate how much carbs and how much protein and how much fat you're eating so that you can lose weight and reach your goals. And so it is with leadership that you have to place yourself in challenging situations where, okay, I'm stepping into this staff meeting, I'm stepping into this board meeting, I'm stepping into this family meeting. How can I leverage this space right now to grow as a leader? I have to have this crucial conversation with a coworker. I have to hire someone. I have to fire someone. I have to promote someone. All of these things that you experience as a leader on a day-to-day basis, these are challenging situations that you can leverage to help you grow as a leader. I think about presidents, for example, like take, for example, our former President Barack Obama. Like, you better believe that, and this is regardless of your politics, like the day he became president, he was stepping into a position where he was being stretched. His leadership, because of just the promotion he had received from the American people to become president of the United States, he was being stretched. And a lot of times you have to place yourself in situations where you are being stretched. Now, obviously, you can't go to your boss and say, hey, give me that promotion so I can be stretched. But there's other things that you can do to stretch yourself. You can volunteer to lead out on various work projects at your job. You can volunteer to serve in the community and to be in leadership positions as a volunteer in the community. You can place yourself in environments and situations where you recognize that you are being stretched as a leader, right? So that's what you need. The first thing you need is assessment. The second thing you need is challenging opportunities. And the third and final thing that you need is you need support. That's right. You need someone around you, a husband, a wife, children, colleagues, mentors, coaches who are going to support your development. It's no different, again, if you're trying to lose weight, you have to surround yourself with people who are going to encourage the journey, encourage the process, encourage you as you move forward in this weight loss journey. And if you're a leader, you have to surround yourself with teams of individuals. Make sure your boss knows, hey, you know what, I'm really trying to grow as a leader. Here's the things I want to do, and see how they can support you in your growth. Let your family know, hey, I'm trying to grow in this area. How can they support you as you grow? So this is what you need in order to grow as a leader. It's not just about reading more books, and books are good. Don't get me wrong, it's 30% of your growth. So yes, make sure you read and you learn these principles. But what's more important than learning new principles is understanding, okay, these are my current strengths. These are my current growth opportunities. Let me place myself in a position where I am growing as a leader, where I'm being challenged as a leader, and then let me surround myself with coaches and support and cheerleaders who encourage me as I go through this journey. Listen, if you recognize that, you know what, I really kind of hit the glass ceiling on my own leadership and I want to break through it, I want to grow as a leader, I highly, strongly, desperately recommend that you look into hiring a coach. I would love to have a conversation with you about it. If you're interested, you can jump over to my website, visionclarity360.com. You can get in touch with me, drop me an email, or follow me on IG, Facebook, and let me know. And I would love to place you in this assessment, challenge, support framework so that you can grow as a leader. Peace.